Hey everyone, talking about barbershop colognes, specifically what is a barbershop cologne. So once you kind of start to recognize it, it'll be very clear. It's not something that really has like so many different nuances and something like that, but it's hard to kind of figure it out when you're getting started. So I'm gonna give a brief sort of definition, history of it, and some actual scents that you can try a sample of if you want to kind of get the direct experience, which is really the only way to know. So yeah, basically the history of it literally came from barbershops. Like after getting a haircut or whatever, then they would kind of slap on some aftershave, the barber all over your neck and sort of like that. And it often had this sort of, sometimes in that case, I think historically it was more like a bay rum type of smell, but it could often be like aromatic, sort of lavender and warm spice, very masculine, and nowadays would be considered kind of old school. So yeah, often some notes that they would have would be like lavender, pepper, other warm spice, sometimes mint and other rosemary, like aromatic stuff like that. Sometimes woods and vetiver, but yeah, pretty much very commonly stuff like lavender and the warm spice. And yeah, so some examples that you could smell that I would say go in this category: one, Sartorial by Penhaligon's. And that one to me is just one of the best barbershop colognes out there. It's not my preferred category, so I'm not saying like I personally love to wear that kind of thing, but as an example of one and just a high quality take on one, I think that's great. Another, to me, Royal Water by Creed is a nice take on sort of a barbershop scent profile, a little bit less dark than a lot of them, but nonetheless has that kind of vibe. And then another one that's a little bit more in the affordable category, which would be La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum version by Yves Saint Laurent, not just the regular La Nuit de l'Homme. Not, everybody would consider that one kind of full on like that, but I think, say that you were able to smell samples of all three of these, I think you would get the vibe of like, okay, this is sort of what a barbershop scent is. And yeah, I'll link in the description where you can get a sample or decant of any of those if you want to check them out.